What's up, and welcome back to the Unreal Podcast. I got Mr. Meeks Major on today. If you want
Yes,
to
sir.
introduce
Yes,
yourself.
sir. It's Meeks Major, aka the Major. Young CEO. I'm repping that 845 Upstate vibe. We just
Yes,
doing it
sir.
live right now.
I've been excited, bro. Like
My
I
guy
said, when
right
I
here.
when I was planning all this out and trying to figure out where, what direction I was gonna go, and all that.
Yeah,
You were one of the first people because I was like, I've known him for a long time. I knew you was
yeah.
doing
From
music,
school they
all
did,
kind
from
of
back
stuff.
in the
You know what I'm
day.
saying?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
right away, I was like, he's definitely somebody I want to get on here. So,
Right.
and you just got back. You just touched down from Miami, right?
Yeah, Miami.
So what was that like?
So
Man, look, he
Miami.
was having a good time.
So Miami, I did out there. They had an open mic event. Did that. Open mic just like something that you can just go and just do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not just go. I'm more connected with people outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really
Yeah.
a lot of people there, but outside of that, great connections. Miami, I feel like, is a place where a lot of opportunities and people down there, they want to make money.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
hell
saying? It's
yeah.
kind of New York hustle, but it's just like nicer weather in a sense. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
Like,
It's
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
20 degrees outside right
But
now.
they got that hustle, and like they could kind of tell like you're from New York. You go there, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They could be like, oh, where you from? Da, 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 da. First, they can hear your accent, but if they don't hear that that real Southern, they think you from, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
the
yeah,
East or
fuck
North
yeah,
and
yep.
North Side, something like that. But it was good. Definitely made a lot of connections, but definitely a great experience.
So
My
were
first
you,
time, yeah.
that was your first time in Miami?
First time in Miami
Oh, that's
ever.
what's up.
Yeah,
I
I went to
haven't been there
Florida
in a
when I
while,
was
though.
younger, but Miami for my first time. Definitely a good experience though, cause I know like it's a more you gotta be when you're older. It's more like you gotta be at least like 21 up to
Yeah,
do more
hell
stuff
yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
ain't shit to
saying?
do out there
Yeah,
besides
that's a
walk on the
fact.
fucking
But
beach.
like I said, it was definitely a good experience though.
Yeah,
First
that's dope.
time.
So, did you perform or you were just kind of like linking and networking and shit?
I performed and then we linked in network too as
That's
well.
dope.
Like I
And I've
said.
seen, I think, what, PNB was out at the club or something
PNB, yeah,
like that, too?
that's a
Oh,
we went to yeah, he's definitely dope. We went to a club. I met like a promoter out there, and honestly, like when I look at it like this, like promoters out there kind of like they make a lot of money, like
Oh, yeah,
compared like cause like they the one dude he's telling me he's pulling in like almost like 1,000 to 1,500 a week
Yeah.
over there selling tickets. You know what I'm saying? So
That
I
shit don't surprise me,
I
man.
look at that like, you know what I'm saying, New York. You know what I'm saying, you could do the same thing. So like. I just think like the environment that you're surrounded by too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like clubs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
man.
So
And it
celebrities
sucks.
go there, yeah.
We strapped up here just
Yeah.
solely off the area. I mean, like, we're lucky enough to be within like 2 hours of the city. So,
Right,
But
yeah.
still, it's a trip. It's not really much happening.
Everything
Like,
you
right
gotta spend
under our
money to
nose.
make money. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and
And
that's
with
something-
everything, it's not
yeah,
just like
hell
right
yeah.
here. A lot of shit around here, like I said, it's a good. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple alright platforms, but like you said, it's just not enough. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like. Well, people and celebrities would want to come here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're not for one, like I said, we're not very well known like that. But two, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's New York, like it's cold over here sometimes.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
gotta think
But we
about the
want to be up there. I
environment
want to
too,
be up
yeah.
there.
Like it's, you know what I'm saying? But
Hell yeah, bro.
So,
But
man.
yeah, man, the promoter shit, I definitely believe that because see, that's one of them things where, and that's kind of the environment I'm trying to facilitate right now, where it's
Yeah.
like I was telling you before off camera, is like, man, I'm all about everybody eating. Everybody can eat.
Yeah.
And I was just telling my homegirl Miranda the other day, and she said something cool. She was like, "That's right, I agree." She's like, "Everybody can eat, but it's like, what's everybody bringing to the table? It's a lot more
Yeah.
food when everybody brings something to the table,
Right.
and it don't always have to be your money. It could be your time. It could be your effort.
And
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I think I tell a lot of people what that comes down to what you bring to the table. I think the first thing what you said, like when something like bring something to the table, it's always got to be money. Why does it always have to be money?
Yeah,
It could be just time. Like if I'm like a link with a person and we have a connection and stuff like that, I think if, you know what I'm saying, he gives me his time, I give him his time, but we actually, you know what I'm saying, we progressing.
Yeah,
we thinking
100%.
of new ideas.
Coming
We
up
actually
together.
creating, you know what I'm saying, being able to create is one of the best things to do. So I feel like giving your time to someone is a good thing, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to just be money like you said. And I feel like a lot of people when they think, you know what I'm saying, bringing something to the table, they always automatically think money.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man,
Yeah.
a lot of times the shit you could bring that's not money could be a lot more valuable. Like,
Right.
like I said, I'm big on time, man. Like the whole reason I'm doing all this is so I could eventually walk away from my job and have my time back.
And that's what
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? I'm caring
It's
about
something
my
that you
time.
love to do. At the end of the day, there's people that work 9 to 5. I respect every hustle, but what would you like to do? And what do you
Word.
love to do? And there's ways to make money out of it, but like you have to be like, there's other people in this world. This world don't stop for no one. There's the same amount of people that
Yeah,
are born,
yep.
same people dying every day. So it's like you're in competition with other people that are doing the same amount of things that you're doing, and it's just like, how bad do you really want it? But it's like time. We fight against time. Like
Yeah.
we don't get it back. So it's like one day is a lot. Like and people go through different things. It's not like every day we're perfect. Every day, oh, we got the
100%.
mission. Sometimes I know you probably felt like, fuck, what the fuck am I? There's been
Oh,
times
there's
I
been
be
a
like,
lot of
fuck,
times, man.
like, well, what the fuck am I doing this shit for? But at the end of
Yeah,
the day,
hell yeah.
I look and I'm like, there's a lot of people. It's not just the people, but it's a time I can't get back from it. So
That's a
like,
fact, man.
why even just like look at it as like, oh, why am I doing this? Why don't I just keep doing it and see what happens until that day comes? Because everyone is gonna have a day, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And the more you start to realize that too, and the more you can enjoy the process. Like even when I sit here, it's this is the easy part, just sitting down and talking. But it's a lot of editing, a lot of promoting, and like I said, it's mutually beneficial. Like my success for this whole shit depends on the success of everybody who sits across from me
Right.
every time I sit down. So I want to go hard because I want people, and it's people who I'm sitting down who I enjoy their craft. Like I mean, months and months and maybe years ago, like I was posting. And I've always been like that. I'm just like, yo, like there are people.
The funny guy, yo, the videos was classic. Shout out this is my guy. I swear, his videos, yo, I gotta follow him. Yeah,
I've been doing that for years, and I stopped doing it for so long because of work. And I'm like, I just finally started realizing, I'm like, yo, it's about
you got a regular lifestyle. At the end of the day, everyone got a regular lifestyle from what they do, but it's like, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's like I like to really, hear people different ideas.
Yeah, and that's why exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The world we run on money, and it's sad to say, but it's like you don't have to create any revenue. But I want to create enough revenue where I could support the people that have supported me since the time I was just I didn't have the ability and the tools to do that when I was that age. So it's like they was doing that to the time I was almost what up.
Yeah.
I would probably say to the time I probably stopped asking my parents for money, probably around like 15, 16 years old. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Got to that time, it's like, why am I still, I'm old enough to get a job. I'm old enough to do this. So it's like, you get what I'm saying? You want to create your own hustle and have,
I noticed though, bro, people who start to earn their money early, that teach you a lesson. And that's kind of just how I was raised. Yeah. Like, and it's crazy because I tell people I have one moment, like literally there's a moment in my life. I remember the moment I finally chose to be like financially independent. I think I was like 16, 17.
Right.
And I remember I got in a fight with my grandparents and I walked out the house. I was about to just hop in the car and bounce. And it was like, my grandfather came out, he took the plates off my car. He was like, this car is mine. Insured to me. And I couldn't do nothing. I was like, damn. And I shit you not, bro. From that day on, I was like, from now on, man,
I'm going to be independent.
My electric, my everything. Yep. I trust myself the most,
That's how you supposed to be,
You know what I'm saying? So definitely learning that shit. But yeah, I love talking about business. And, we were just talking before too about the fact that, like, I'm just really touching into that. But no matter what you love to do, there's a business aspect to everything. No matter what your career path is. Yeah. And if you're chasing your dreams, you gotta learn how to monetize yourself. Yeah. And branding. And that's why I can appreciate, man. And like I said, and shout out to you with the Major League stuff. I definitely want to hear about how all that stuff came.
So Major League Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? We started up. Before we thought we was gonna be whatever in corporation, we was INC whatever. We changed it because we wanted to make it official. So this year I actually took the time out. You know what I'm saying? Me being the young CEO, right here, my boy Gio in the back of me. Yeah, he's the CFO. He's you know what I'm saying, my COO and CFO. You know what I'm saying? He deals with a lot of stuff that you know what I'm saying. I could appreciate him for that because not a lot of people in the job that he has right now would take their time out and do it. And he makes enough money doing what he does. You know
bro, when you just fucking tell me the shit you doing, bro, I was like, I don't understand half that shit. It just sound like you doing the
It's
right
not
stuff.
even that. Like, this man, he took his time, and he's taking his time every day to, like, I think he's been, like, the person this year, from probably, like, 2 months into this new year, probably almost hit me up every day, ask me about what we doing. And this hasn't been, you know what I'm saying? And he really's on my ass, like, in a sense, like, to make, it's not, but he wants to see me win. And there's a lot of people that I feel like don't want to see you win necessarily. Because it's not, they don't think it's fair that the position you're in, because they're not in it at the time. But I tell everyone, you know what I'm saying, it's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Man. It's the marathon. We all got it. We at different times, we're going to have different, you know what I'm saying, moments where we'll be here. Yeah. We might be here, we might be here. But at the same time, you got to know how to maneuver. There's no time when you're here, and you're here. Because you could be here and drop from here in a minute. And then, you know what I'm saying?
If you sitting
you feel what I'm saying?
There,
it's a different, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I look at it like anything can happen in any given minute. So like I said, back to the time thing, you got to value that time. But like I said, not with this branding thing, we've started it back to that, you know what I'm saying? Get back to that conversation. We started it, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of people and individuals that I've talked to and have conversations with about what I want to do for this year coming up. And I think that a lot of people matured from back when I first even had the idea. We started this like 3 years ago, and we never had it, you know what I'm saying, the legal situation. We just got our LLC for this year. So now that we have that, I've talked to a few people, you know what I'm saying, and we're trying to make sure that everyone really is serious about, you know what I'm saying, because you have to make a commitment. This is a commitment. You're investing your time into this company, you know what I'm saying? and it's a way for you to generate money and generate money for the company. But at the same time, we may lose, we may take losses. Are you ready to have that? Are you gonna be? Are you gonna be able to stand right there? Or are you just gonna, for the first time we take the first loss, you're gonna be, nah, I'm out, and it's okay. At the end of the day, I tell everyone.
You, but at the same time, I'm going from point A to point B with or without you. So if you're not helping me get there, then don't slow me down.
You feel what I'm saying? But and that's another thing what you just said. I don't take it from no personal issues when I've asked people that I've wanted to be a part of it. They told me no. Those are still my best friends. Those are still my people that I can still. But it's just like that's not. They may see that's not for them right now at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the opportunity can't come back down the later door, but it may not be as good an opportunity as I asked you when you first had it. You had a first chance. I'm not saying it like that, but you had a first chance. Yep. So it's like a lot of people, they're going to start coming when they see it's like really happening. And that's what my boy told me. He's like, focus on the people that is going to know at the end of the day, we may be down, we may be here, but at the end of the day, they're just going to ride it out.
That's a fact, because once you start cooking up, everybody wants a piece of pie, man. But it's like nobody wants to start. Nobody wants to do the. They
don't want to start. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. They don't want to start from scratch. They want to be. You know what I'm saying? Getting it just from the store and just putting it. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to be original. They kind of want everyone to just show them what to do and just lay back and just let them do it. Let them collect it. And I don't feel like that's the best way of doing stuff. I feel having ownership of your shit is the most 100%.
And
you know what I'm saying?
The thing too is like it's a mindset, bro. If you can't appreciate another person's success, like I was saying, I was just telling you, like there's other people who I know who are talking about starting podcasts and stuff, and I keep encouraging the shit. I'm like, I want more people to do this, to start to facilitate these relationships. It's a good feeling. To create this platform, and then be able to talk,
and not to cut you off, and be able to see someone not just saying that it may be just you, but other people as well, trying to tell them to keep doing what they do, and then it actually comes out the product that you saw the vision 3-5 years ago. And you're like, bro. Now, look at the way if you was doing this, you know what I'm saying, 5 years ago, you may would have been here. But at the same time, everyone got to start with it. And it comes to yourself, like, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? You can't have your 1 foot in this and 1 foot out. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you'll be sitting there and be like, tug of war. You know, you don't really know what you're doing.
And I've already noticed it. Like, I keep saying, I feel like I keep talking about him, but I gotta always say, shout out to Sims, because he was my first, like, real interview doing this.
Right.
And I didn't even notice until after the fact, but, like, the more I started to go through his page and just talk to him and stuff, I realized, like, how long he had really not been, doing them, stuff, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, personal, all that, and I go through personal shit too, and that's how it is.
It happened with me too. But like since he's been on here, I saw him on 845 the Mix freestyle. Yeah. He was freestyling to that Mills.
Yeah, everything.
And Mills reposted. And I'm like, that shit hypes me up. I keep replying. I'm like, bro, keep.
And that's what I'm saying. I think at the end of the day, people like that, and that's my boy, that's my brother. To the end of the day, I feel like people like that. There's a time where, you know what I'm saying, you deal with the issues, and then it surpasses, and then you just keep going, and you just don't let it stop you.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna get through that stuff. Yeah. And that's the thing. You're not gonna get through those times if you don't have people who are like, look, like you said, like you're gonna take losses, man. There'll be some days, bro. I just wake up and I don't want to do nothing in life, period, man. But there's some days when you just kind of got to deal with that. You're gonna deal with losing the money. Like I was saying, like
that's a fact.
So when I started to do my stuff, I was just I went to Sunshine right off of Broadway, right on Dedrick Street.
Right.
And I went there and I did all the groundwork. Put up all the money up front. I had to get somebody to make me a graphic.
Yeah.
You know damn well we're doing all this. You know the process of it, right? And you're even a step ahead of me. You're doing you're legalizing all stuff, which is fucking awesome.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But doing all that groundwork, it's like people don't see that. Like, yeah, the end product is like, oh, I get to go hand out shirts, but it's like I got to put up all the money up front, pay for the designs, take orders, go deliver everything. A couple people bailed, whether they just didn't have the money or they
that's
just
how
decided they didn't want it. And it's unfortunate, but I don't hold it personally. Like,
you'll deal with it.
That's a loss out of my pocket.
Right.
So ultimately, I did 2 runs before I finally got up on a website. I did 2 runs, and I think I lost money out of it, bro. Because it's like with the amount of money I had to put up for one-time cost and all this other shit.
And that's how you deal with it.
It didn't discourage me, and now here I am, and I got a website up where I can start to make some profit and start to put some cool stuff out there. But it took a little bit to even get to that point.
It's just the trials and tribulations, like you said. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna experience the loss, your spirit, but at the same time, it will motivate you in a sense to just keep it going. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? But we good though.
So,
you already know that go.
That's a fact. So one of the kind of themes I'm trying to do here is that, like I said, I've been realizing, and even if it's something I know nothing about, and that sometimes is even the most exciting part, is I love to hear about people's craft, like the process of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love to see the stuff that people don't see behind the scenes, and I really do appreciate like when you guys come in here and you notice like obviously I'm not no big operation by any means. Again, I keep saying I'm in my living room.
It's
right
gonna
now.
be it. I'm telling you, this is
But
845. In the 845, I feel like it's gonna be bigger than that too. But in the 845, son, they gonna be like, yo, this is the original. This is one of the original joints we done kicked off. And I'm always gonna trust me, bro. Even when I get to that point, I tell people, yo, this is one of the first joints I went to. You know what I'm saying? This is my.
And that's what I'm
trying to do. And this is
how
it is. You know what I'm saying? Keep it original. Yeah.
You know, I told you 5 or 6 times. I was like, bro, this is the stuff I'm interested.
Yeah.
Let me know what works for you, like, cause
you
know, and as much as I love like the big stations and stuff like that, but it's like a lot of them they make their money off that. The controversial, the viral. I'm like, I don't want to hear about none of that. I want to hear about whatever the person wants to talk about.
Yeah, and that's.
I know I'm gonna hold a good conversation.
It's the real. It's the realness, and man, a lot of people just tune in.
That authenticity is dying out. That's why I'm like, this is gonna be something real. Because again, it's and you know my thing too is like I said, you know, if when you leave here and if you suggest me to somebody else, you're not gonna do that if you don't come in here and have a good time.
Yeah.
So if I don't set it up in a way that's
like
cool for me, cool for you,
right?
Just good vibes all around. You not.
And I tell a lot of people, yeah, of course, and I would never like. I'm not saying that like. I would, and you could. Maybe I could point you in the production, the person that's not the vibes you're looking for. But like, I try at least my best, and you know what I'm saying, and my intentions to point people and to people that I know that you know what I'm saying have best interests. At the end of the day, they don't really care. You know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, they looking out, but at the end of the day, the money is not really. A lot of people, I think, just you know what I'm saying, go off the money. Like sitting right here, it's not like I'm getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? We doing this off of just making connection. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? To the point, it will get to that point, but it's like a lot of people don't think. I think off the realness and like before you go into your next topic, but I think people ask me, would you do this if you know what I'm saying? There was no way of getting money at all. And I tell them yes because it's like it's something that's I'm pretty but it's just so much it's a bonus
you feel what I'm
saying?
That they like to do. And 95% of the shit that we do in our lives, we don't get paid for it.
Right.
But we enjoy to do it. So being able to get paid, that is literally the dream. Like to be able to make your music and then get paid, like that is literally the dream. But it's not for everybody. Like you said, it's all mindset. It don't just happen. It don't happen overnight.
You know how it goes. But since they give us the opportunities, why not make it? Like I said, you know what I'm saying?
Why not? You know
what I'm saying? Why not us? You feel me?
So how did you get into music? Because this is something I didn't even know. Like I said, I keep saying, I'm like, I think whatever the first time I saw you was. You know your music?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't even know you made music. I started blowing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I see. I started making music when I was in 8th grade. I tell everyone the story. It's in probably 10 write-ups they done did on me and online and shit. I be doing all, like I said, I be having people do, you know what I'm saying, try to keep up with, you know what I'm saying, they do bios and stuff like that, just short, you know what I'm saying, articles and shit online, just keep up. A lot of people, I get picked from just submitting, just submitting, you can submit to a lot of people that just take them, you know what I'm saying, off submissions, and they'll be like, oh, congratulations, we want to write up. One of them, nice one, was in Detroit. I forget the name of it, but they did a nice one, and they actually had me and shout out to Meeks. They picked our song for like top song of the week, the artist of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like they from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting love, and I liked about they write up. They did it like independently. They didn't ask me. You know how most people ask you, write a little something about yourself and send it in.
Right.
Nah, they did it all for like, yo, we think the sound that we're hearing, this person.
But that goes back to authenticity.
You know what I'm saying?
Said, yo, make sure you let them know.
They was just like, you feel what I'm saying?
Out.
And that right there, you know what I'm saying? It really, it showed me that a lot of people in different areas, it's not just here. You know what I'm saying? Just the world is so big. But like I said, back to what you saying, I got into music around that time, 8th grade, just doing that. I took it serious probably around like 12th grade. 12th grade, I be around dudes. I always like hung out with the older crowd, was mature for my age. So like I used to be around dudes that used to just be rapping, sitting there getting drunk, we smoking, getting high, shit like that. And we sometimes I hear about them going to the studio and shit like that. So one time I used to have boys that used to have the, you know what I'm saying, they own shit. And so they used to set up, you know what I'm saying, we used to set up shit in our basement, all that back in the day. Me and my boys, we used to always do that shit. But more or less, after that, you know what I'm saying, we did it a couple times, just messing around with it. Probably my one boy, I forget, he took me to the studio. I was probably came back from college because after my senior year, like right at that, like I said, I went to school for a little bit. Right before I went to school, that's when that's a fact. Yo, that shit was crazy. I should never went. Not even, but some people say I should never went. That's why I'm gonna tell you the story because right before that situation, you know, the tragedy happened with, you know what I'm saying, my brother, Dante, Jeff, you know what I'm saying, SP, and all of them, you know what I'm saying. That's the biggest tragedy we had. So that happened right before I went to school. So when I went there, you know what I'm saying, I was in school, I wanted to just have people just want to have the college experience. I wanted to live in a dorm. I wanted to dorm. I was living with dudes from Brazil, South Africa. I was in an international dorm. It was lit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met mad people. I never regret not going, but it's just like, at the time, it wasn't the best decision for me. You feel what I'm saying? So what I would say, when I came back, I told people, like, I think this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to really, because I was just messing around. I wasn't having track. Probably in the end of my senior year, I only had like a few tracks that people knew about. I was performing at Sweet 16. $25 they was giving me, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know what I'm saying? Something like, this is when I was like determined, like, when we was getting views on videos, shooting them shits, paying, we only got $100. Shit, he's taking that, boom. We paying, that's it at the time. But this is when we started grinding. When I came back, I'm like, let me take this shit a little bit more serious. So I started paying for real studio time, getting the better people that engineered more, that really had the sound. So after that, for a while, probably like my first year into, I dropped my first mixtape. We threw a mixtape release party, blew up. So many people came out. It was on Broadway Arts. Shout out to Broadway Arts. They do juicing too. Whole juice bar. Yeah, they got their whole thing going at 8 for 5. We went there. We threw that. After that, I started shooting my videos, connecting with more people, artists around locally, trying to do more shows, trying to just everywhere. I started doing shows in the city. I started doing everything. I won a Grammy nominated beat from Amadeus. He produced a lot of Young M.A.'s records and shit like that. He's Trey Songz's drummer. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a small world. How would you think a person like that is Trey Songz's drummer and he produces, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird.
Going out and finding them connections, bro. That's the whole part of it. Like, that's,
and it crazy that night when I won that was like one of the first night I gave my boost. Only one person was supposed to win. He chose 5 people. That's how close the competition was. And we all got to choose a beat from, you know what I'm saying, that was selected that he gave us and shit like that. But from there too, that was like probably like 2 years after I left school and stuff like that. I didn't even finish a full semester at school. I did like a half, like, you know what I'm saying? This dip right before. I'm like, Thanksgiving's coming up. I was like, yo, my family, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be with my family. I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna go home on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna worry about it. But after that, like I said, started doing what I was doing with everything, connecting. We really started shooting a lot more. And we started shooting in different places, you know what I'm saying, city, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. They were getting up there, you know what I'm saying. And then after that, you know, it was generating. I started getting more song play from people that, you know what I'm saying, just different areas. Started promoting myself more on Instagram, you know, doing the grind, and just kind of like thinking like branding myself, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it everything more professional. I was trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, taking it to a different level, and I think that's why everyone respects my craft so much, because they think I put the most footwork in, and they just see like, you know, they grind. And it's like I don't sit there and take another man's, you know what I'm saying, hustle from, but like me, I have put in multiple and thousands of dollars into this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of money spent into it, and I've lost out, you know what I'm saying? I made good decisions with it, but at the end of the day, I think that with me, I kept it going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't let it stop me. Whether you know what I'm saying,
man,
like,
and that's the mistake that I made. That I just finally like. I just rediscovered the passion to just do this social media shit, the comedy shit, the connecting with people. But it just goes to show. But I'll tell you, when I started to do the comedy skits, this was actually, I used to make the fucking memes before Instagram even had video.
Memes and all that. Yeah, this is original shit. People don't even know. Tell them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Come out, and I started making the skits, and they was funny, and then they started hitting.
Right.
People started posting me, and then I started to share my shit, and I started to connect. I mean, over the years, but I connected with people like Justina Valentine, Tonio Skits. Yeah. People who are on TV, people who make, you know, music.
Being around it, yeah.
I started to meet those people, but I keep telling the story. Like, I had failed opportunities. I mean, one of the guys had invited a couple of us to do some Wild Now auditions. Yeah. This was when I was like 18, and I keep telling the story.
That's dope. Yeah.
Man, I was like, because he was like 8-10 years older than me. Probably. Yeah. But I was like, man, we doing this shit for fun. Like, this shit ain't nothing. I was just, senior year in high school.
Regular, yeah.
And he kicked me from the chat, bro. And he hit me up separately, and he was like, look, man, no disrespect, but you know, we doing what we doing, and if you either with it or you're not with it. And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then he went and blew up, and he did some shit with HBO, and they have a whole Zeus network and all that stuff. Shout out to Tony on Skits.
That's crazy,
But it made me realize, I'm like, you know what, though? I don't look back and be like, damn, I should have jumped on. I'm like, I clearly wasn't ready for the opportunity.
Yeah,
like
you say, so now,
And I sat around, bro. I wasn't making videos
that,
for
like
like 5 or 6 years, man.
It took off, In
the last 6 years, I lost like 10,000 followers, man.
Yeah.
Because I built my page up, and I didn't realize what I had right in front of me. Like, I built my page up to like, the max I was at 33,000. And just from making stupid skits and shit, and it was growing and growing. And then I started to work where I work now. I started to take work more seriously, which I don't regret. But at the same time, that whole thing died off because of it. So I started to take work seriously, and I'm like, damn, like I'm not gonna make these videos anymore. It's not gonna go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, man, like literally last summer, I just started to grind, and I just been fucking pumping out content, man. Like, and then this became this. I didn't even envision what we're doing right now.
Right.
A month ago. Bro.
Yeah. And now it just started popped.
And super happy to keep playing this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like making those connections, linking and shit. So,
it's a good feeling because it's like I said, it's such a small where you don't know who you're gonna meet. And I tell people at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it only takes, you know what I'm saying, one thing for you to, you know what I'm saying, be at that next level where you know you should be at the end of the day. It's not where you think you should be. It's what you know. At the end of the day, you should have that much confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And I think your confidence. I think, like I said, maybe that 5 years, your confidence wasn't. Now you
that's a big thing, man.
The confidence build is crazy. Yeah.
I don't say I won't even sit here and be like, oh, you know, if I literally be like, yeah, when this takes off,
when
my views get up,
we gonna do this.
It ain't no more if because that's on me now. I put the. You know, I'm putting the weight of just my own expectations of what I can expect all this shit to be. Yeah. And like I said, I'm like, yo, some people around me too, and they were keeping honest, like, yo, you're a fucking idiot, bro. And I'm like, what? It's like, man, you got 20, 30 something thousand. You got all this opportunity. Like, you've never even made, like, up until recently, from just keeping it completely honest, I had never even made money. Like, I only even did one, in the whole time I had social media, I did one, like, sponsorship. This clothing brand had sent me a shirt to wear in a video. Yeah. And that's commonplace now. Like, that's how you do it. You know, from not only from the creative aspect, but also from the business aspect.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Say this shit to people send you shit.
And that's how you do it. Yeah.
Promoting, advertising. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't capitalize on none of that. And I was sitting on a potential gold mine. And I could look back all the time and be like, oh, I missed that. I'm like, hey, that shit has happened. I learned from it. Now I'm going to take that knowledge with me going forward and start to blow all this stuff up the way that it was meant to be.
Because you see the vision. You see it before it's about to, you know what I'm saying, really take off the way it's supposed to be. And I think everyone, you know what I'm saying, it's not even just 2020. It's just, I think it's just like, it comes a time and place where you see what the fuck is going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy shit is going on right now. So it's like, are we going to fucking be here tomorrow? That's what you think. The real question is, like, you got to take advantage of that shit. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's really crazy shit going on in this world. And we're not the time, bro. It's all about the time. I'm trying to say. And a lot of people, I'll be like, yo, I break my shit down in hours and day. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got the kid and everything. But it's just the fatherhood, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? I know we're going to get to that, but I'll tell you a little about that. Fatherhood definitely, you know what I'm saying, makes you more aware of things, and it makes you more, you know what I'm saying, motivated to be on point with more shit and people that are around you. You don't want certain people around you. You don't want your kid to see people certain shit. Story. So, you know what I'm saying? You'll sit there and be like, all right, I got to really straighten up and tighten shit up in certain aspects of my life. And that's one of the point I got into. It's like, I'm going to tighten up this. I'm going to tighten up this. I'm going to make sure I'm good with this person. And people in your life that at the end of the day, they're going to be in your life until that day. And it's mostly, you know, family. But there's a lot of family that, you know what I'm saying, it will fuck you over. And a lot of family that you know you may not fuck with at the time. But at the end of the day, there's certain family that you know that got your back to the very end. Yeah. So, like, it's all about family. You know what I'm saying? Blood. Not blood. Just the family is just family. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Like I said, I consider people, I'm like, yo, if you rock with me, you support me. Yeah. And one thing I have to say is that the more I do all this stuff, man, like, I have that really great support circle. And that's one of the motivating things. It's not that I feel like I owe them something, like I'm indebted to them. But it's like I feel like I owe it to them and myself. Right. You know, the people who helped me to make something of it. Like, because again, it's all about time. When they go watch my shit and comment, share it, like it, spend their money on me, it's like they invested their time, their money. Right. You know, the best thing I could do to repay them would be to make something out of it. Yeah. You know? And then once I am in that position, then I can start to actually do it in other ways. But, you know. Yeah, you just gotta get to that point. If you don't got nothing, you can't give shit. But yeah, we on our way there, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, I definitely want to hear about the family shit. We'll take a quick break real quick, and then we'll come back, and you can tell me about fatherhood. So.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
All right, man. So, yeah, fatherhood, bro. What's it been like? How old is your baby girl now?
My baby girl is
beautiful, by the way.
Thank you, bro. Good looking. My baby girl, she's about to be 8 months this month. You know what I'm saying? Cali.
That's crazy. I swear to God, I feel like you posted that she was born yesterday.
Yeah, that's how
happened quick,
I feel that way too. The time, like I said, going back to time, bro. That shit just right like that. But yep, her name's Cali Meeks. She born, you know what I'm saying, May 29th, 2019. My first child I had was a stillborn. That's my son, Major Wade. That's why I got tatted her name and like his name make a cross. You know what I'm saying? That was my first son. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. And let me tell you something, by the way, bro, because I remember seeing about that.
Yeah.
And I literally could never even begin to fathom. Like I could never even think about what it would be like to do that. So the fact that you was able to get through that, man, and
trust me, bro.
You know, now that you blessed, you know, with the beautiful, healthy child,
that's
too,
how I feel, bro.
You know
it's just a blessing right now. So like when I first went through that, you know what I'm saying, it definitely hurt me. And then that one, I came back from school after I doing probably like 2 years.
You went through some, bro. Wow, let me tell you something. No bullshit. The fact that you sitting here right now and that you got all this stuff going on, bro, like
just kind of keep it
man,
going.
you rolling with the punches, bro. Yeah, you went through some shit, man. I couldn't even imagine.
I think
bro.
you know what I'm saying. Like what everyone says, don't kill you, make you stronger. You know what I'm saying. We just trying to become, you know what I'm saying, better people as a whole. So with those, you know what I'm saying, dealing with those, you know what I'm saying, losses and dealing with them, you know what I'm saying, times I'm sad and stuff like that, it makes you stronger. So, like at the same time, I'm blessed right now. Like I said, father was great. You know what I'm saying, she's doing good. Everything's healthy. Can't ask for nothing else better because at the end of the day, I got a real priority. I look at it like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, everything stops for this person right here because this is you know what I'm saying, this is a product of me. Yeah. This is something that I created, and at the end of the day, she doesn't know, but I have to teach her right from wrong. I have to make sure she guides the right way. I have to make sure, you know what I'm saying, she's straight at the end of the day. I'm her provider. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you'll go through, you know what I'm saying, stuff that you go through being a father or just a lot of, you get stressed out sometimes.
Oh, I can't imagine, man. My sister's, my nephew now is
it gets to the point. No. I'm human. Yeah. I know if anyone telling you they don't get stressed out,
no, they lying. They lying to answer, bro. I be telling my sister ain't never heard it. She's like, motherfucker, ain't your nephew old enough to come drop him off for a sleepover yet? And I'm like, if it wasn't for all this fragile ass shit I got, I would have been at him. I know.
That's what it is. That's a fact. But you already know, bro. It's great. I love it, and I love every moment. And I don't ever, you know what I'm saying, wish I could take it back. This is here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a blessing to be here. And it's crazy. You just look at it. They develop so quick, and it's like you never. All right. So with my sister, I'm younger. So you gotta think about it. I'm younger with my sister. I have multiple sisters that are younger than me. But the sister I grew up with, that was my house. That was younger than me. Yeah, I remember the time when she was born in there, but like it's like
you don't
it's
know
not you that's doing all that shit.
You're
doing everything that your mom and dad, you know what I'm saying, was really doing with her. So it's like now, you know what I'm saying, I feel that and I really experienced, and it's crazy because you learn. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Just yesterday, my daughter fell off the bed. I didn't even know. Like it's crazy. Like you experienced it just today. Choked on a piece of you know what I'm saying, just a fruit. Vegetable.
Yo, I'll tell you something. I bet you know what I'm saying. Yo, you got them dad reflexes now. Yeah. Bro, I be seeing sometimes the way my sister reacts because my nephew, man. The way he get into shit, falling into shit, bumming.
It's regular though. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. That's why I was like, yo, in my mind probably I'm thinking about, yo, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna keep when you talking about that. I'm gonna keep it real. That's two. They just happened. That just happened yesterday, bro.
And that kind of shit is only gonna happen more. That's part of it, bro.
I don't even get to details, but I said that just happened. And I didn't panic. It just happened.
And it's crazy. It'd be crazy. I watch parents sometimes, and I'm like, that's different. That's a different human being.
And that was it, bro. And that was it. Like I think I try to keep calm because you're scared of kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And at the same time with your partner, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my wife. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we're men. You know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, most of the time, the situation. I'm not saying that they can't do it, but they look to us.
It's natural for us too.
Especially
if you were raised, you probably was raised similar to how
you gotta be.
It's like not on some. Some masculine, but just on some like that's how I was raised. Like I'm here to be provider. Like I'm here to step up and be the leader.
I've always been
in any situation.
Like any situation. It's not like you said, back to being masculine, sexist. No, it's just that's how I was raised, and it's like at the end of the day, I want to be calm. The most calm when situations happen like that. So at the end of the day, it's great. You gonna experience it, but like. At that, you can't sit there and be like, oh my God,
it ain't all good. I know
stress about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit there and stress about stuff that, like you say, it's gonna happen, bro. She gonna sit there, she gonna fall, she gonna
And we all did too, man. My parents told me all the time, like, I used to hit you. I hit you in the head with a bottle on accident one time. Somebody spilled coffee out. I'm like, well, I'm here, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm breathing. So
it makes it be human, bro. I try to tell me human, man. Come on,
That's
man.
a fact. So how do you think that that being a father like has impacted your music? You know, like you said, now that you've had that different level of growth that only really a child could, you know, put you through. And you know, how is it, like you said, just having a human being now to provide for, like, everything you do is essentially in service of her now.
Right.
So how do you think that's impacted your music? Has it provided a lot of extra material for you? And, yeah, the trials and tribulations, the bad stuff too. Like, it's not, again, it ain't all, you know, rainbows and sunshine. So how do you think that that's impacted your music? You know, for the better or worse?
I think it impacted my music in a lot of different ways. One of the ways being, I look at what I'm saying in my lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I write. I don't go in a freestyle necessarily. Yeah. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? This is probably gonna get to the time and the point when I get to that point where it's gonna get so natural. It's just like, and I might be on the run so much. You know what I'm saying?
Just to sit there and think of some shit. I mean, I hear songs sometimes. Yeah. I hear songs included. Right. How the fuck does somebody come up with something?
It's crazy.
Like that,
it's
man?
just being able to create.
But then when you do it, it's so natural to you. And I have people who sit here and they might come to me like, how the fuck can you sit in front of that camera? And for me, it's like the shit disappears as soon as I hit record. But so, and that's why I love doing this stuff, man. Everybody's so talented. Like I said, I love hearing about it, especially the areas that I would have. If it wasn't for people like you and Sims and people coming out here, I would have no insights into how the fuck a song comes together, or an album, or promoting, and touring, and performing, all that shit, man.
That's a
fact. What I'm saying? But so speaking of that, going back to that, the performing aspect. So you said you started performing, like, you know, Sweet 16 stuff. What do you think was what was your first performance where you were like, you know, either you were nervous or like really amped, or you were kind of like, oh shit, you know, this is like this kind of big time. Like, this is my first, like, I mean, because for me, bro, if I got in front of 100 people, I would be like, oh, this is big. When you really think about how many people 100 is, let alone hundreds to fucking thousands, like, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I think the time when we had that, I was a little bit. There's been times I was nervous at shows, like doing them out of town and stuff like that. But the time when I was nervous at the time when we did it at the art shop, when we did the mixtape release. But there's a lot of people in there, a lot of cameras out. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people behind. So once we did it, like, it was just natural when it came out. It was dope. It was just like, damn, it was a good feeling. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot about that energy, though. A lot of that goes back to that support system and shit. You know, like, you could probably be on a stage looking into a crowd of hundreds of people, but if you know that there's that one person or those couple, you know, whether it be your wife, your kid, your homeboys, your family. Those couple people that you can literally sit out there and see, and that's all you need. Like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like, you know.
And back to that, like I said, not to go like back and forth, but remember how you said you was talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, how do you know what I'm saying, having the wife and having kids and just family in general, how it affects what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's not just performing. It's like back to what I'm saying with writing. When I'm writing my stuff and stuff like that, I gotta be aware of certain stuff I say and aware of certain things, because there's people that watch me. I coach basketball camps in the summer. You know what I'm saying? I do stuff like that. So at that same time, I know that I have a following. I know there's certain people, but you know, at the same time,
you also gotta be who you are.
You gotta be who I am, and that's what people told me. You gotta be. And when I'm in it, I'm in entertainment business. So someone said half the time I'm in entertainment. I'm just twisting it a little bit, and I might really or been around that or been around people that done it, or I've done it myself, but I'm twisted. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you though that's snitching on myself. But I'm gonna twist it a little bit so it sounds good enough, and it's like, oh, it come out dope. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta do it in that. So she's a lot, like I said back to the right. She's a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? When I'm sitting there thinking, you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna say, because you're a dad, you know what I'm saying, you gotta think about, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to sit there and be talking about bitches all day, you know, There's certain time, like, I choose my words, like, I try to choose like my words when I use them.
But again, at the same time, you gotta entertain, you know what I'm saying, like you can't criticize an actor for getting up there and playing a character.
Hell no,
you know
like you said, like you do shit, certain, like an actor might do certain shit in different movies and I gotta do that. At the same time, he got a family, he respects his family, you know what I'm saying, his daughter and That's all it really comes down to. Like, you just want to have the respect for them, and at the end of the day, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you in the entertainment business, you have to, you know what I'm saying, indulge in certain stuff that some people may not like and think that you're just, you know what I'm saying, doing it and you're doing too much, you know what I'm saying, but it's just like, you had to do that because at the end of the day, they're paying them that money to support your family at the time.
I used to be
not selling out, but certain shit. But you know your limits. Don't sell out as a profit.
Word. But again, you have to also know how to entertain. And I used to be self-conscious about that. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm half black, half white. Yeah. And I remember I used to never want my white side of my family to see any of the shit I did, because I would do a lot of wrong.
Yo, that's the crazy thing, because I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of was probably the same way with my music.
Bro, I used to be like, oh my God, yo, what am I gonna do? My cousin see me saying,
I showed my grandfather, and he's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he's like,
or my grandmother, like,
well, he's like, I got one question. What the hell you gonna buy me that fucking Lamborghini? I'm like, yeah, I'm on the same type of time you on. That's that motivation. And he's straight up white, so I'm just like, all right, they feel the vibe.
Yeah.
But they love what I do. Like at the end of the day, they see the love I have in it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I get where you're coming from. Where you know what I'm saying, you kind of were like, oh shit. So if I say this, and then
I'm like, damn, if I talk about, getting my dick sucked, or
that, you
saying
just
nigga and shit like that, and I'm like, it's crazy because literally my aunt,
I'm the same way, bro.
My aunt, who's one of the close people in my life, for the longest time, I mean, she was never on social media, so I never tripped about it. But I think one day my mother actually, my mom like is way different. My mom like hood.
That's how
she's white, but she's hood. So I was never scared to do that shit about her. But my aunt is different. It's a different vibe. So I remember just literally a couple weeks ago, she was like. She like slapped me on the shoulder. She's like, I heard what you were saying in your podcast. And in my head, I'm like, what part? Because I say some wild shit, bro. Bro, I was coming in here talking about how I would fuck a midget and fucking all crazy shit, bro. Like, and I'm like, what part did she hear? Like, and I don't want to censor myself, so I don't want to be like, oh, you heard that, and then her be like, I didn't even know about this. So I was just like, oh damn. I was like, oh yeah. She's like, I'm not gonna listen, and I was like, well, hey, you gotta do what you got. She's like, was it real? Was it a real story? I was like, no, I'm entertaining.
Entertainment, that's all it is.
It was
they'll get it after a time because at the end of the day, it's just what the people want. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to.
That's why I like the space of comedy too, because I think one of the most essential things in comedy is exaggerating for the sake of comedy. Yeah. Telling a simple story like fucking Kevin Hart's Deer Bruh story, bro, about a deer zebra mixed. Obviously, that shit fake, and it's one of my favorite bits that he ever did. But again, it's like and I think about a lot of my interactions is like material. Is like, and one of my favorite things to do is clown myself. It's first of all, it's a good way to humble yourself and not take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, I was just
and it's a good way to throw your insecurities out the window because I'd be like, I crack at myself all the fucking time.
I used to tell that. I just said that to my girl. I used to do that shit. I used to clown on people. Everyone gonna clown on people, but I used to I used to clown on myself, the same dumb shit or something like that. But it used to be so funny because people were like just like thinking of me in the moment of doing something that I'm talking about, just like, oh, that shit is funny as hell.
But people gravitate towards that shit too, and when they see you, like I always tell people, like I was just talking to a friend of mine. I'm like, she's like, how could you DM so many girls sometimes and never get a reply? I'm like, shoot, bro. If Kobe come out in the game and he missed 15 shots, that motherfucker putting the 16th shot up. And guess what? If the 16th one goes in, he's gonna be hyped about it.
That's it.
That's how I felt. I'm like, shoot. I'm like, what do I have to lose? I got no
fucking
shame no more. You know what I'm
saying? That's it. No.
And people could appreciate that because a lot of people really struggle. And even being a bigger dude, I have to say, like, one thing is I never really struggled with confidence of like my image. Yeah. I just always knew how to rock a room and how to conversate. Yeah. And how to use my words. So I never really struggled with that, but a lot of people do. And when I can come in and kind of break the ice, or there's been times, bro, no lie, I'd be hanging out with a friend of mine. This was like in high school, and he'd be like, yo, I'm supposed to go out with this girl, can you come with me? And I would go out with him and just start like literally telling jokes. And I'm like, I'm third wheeling just to set up conversation for them. But I'm like, that's the kind of shit I like to do. I like to, I just always want to connect people, which is, again, the full circle shit coming back to shit like this.
Don't even know. It's not even that. It's just you could just be thorough, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because most motherfuckers don't even care nowadays. You know it. Like, most chicks in this and got, like, shit. What's this chick? I give the chick because I'm speaking from a guy's point of view. Like, if you got some money, it don't matter. You could be fucking... But like just ugly, you don't gotta. They gotta. It doesn't matter. Like
that's a fact.
It doesn't matter. But it's some people, and then you got your third people that just I fuck with you off just you. You know what I'm saying? But some people they could just they could be rich, bro, and it don't even matter, bro.
That's a fact.
You could pay for this. You could pay for that. I'm not saying like that, but it's just like. It's you're gonna have people gravitate to you because of what you got.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not who you are.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what you got. It's not who you are. You know what I'm saying?
And I never been one of them. Them people who's big on vibes. But like I was telling you, my homegirl Miranda was here the other day. She got me one of these crystals. And,
I got one of these. My Coach Cruz. Shout out to Coach Cruz. Yeah, Coach Cruz.
Yeah, Coach Cruz.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, he made this for me. You know what I'm saying? He's official.
I was never really into shit like that, but
me either. He told me it just like keeps out balance. It helps you with balance because he's into a lot of like the I think it's meditation and stuff like that. But everyone I forgot I have it in my card list. Every single one is a different meaning.
Yeah, that's crazy because this chick made this one for me and she was explaining each different bead to me.
Right.
Outside of the the black.
It's good to have like it's good energy. You know what I'm saying? You like I said. So talk about what's that mean? Right
so she was telling me it's called citrine, I think, or citrine, and it's funny because when we was doing our episode we couldn't figure out. We had to keep looking up. But she was basically saying it's about the vibes again. It's like keeping out the bad energy and the good energy. And I started realizing I've never been one of them like super spiritual people. But when I think about it, I'm like, but I always care about a person's vibe and I care about mine. I'm like, I'm always just trying to associate with cool people, genuine people.
Man. You need to get some
word. I'm like, I was always lighting incense,
my
like my all life and shit.
The blood, I'm walking around like this, blessed of like that.
You got that like a homegrown stage. But fucking yeah, man. I like so little shit like that, and I'm like, I can appreciate that. So like these chakra bracelets and the stones and shit like that, all kind of shit. I'm like, you know what?
Shit, why?
I really
not,
am,
right?
and I'm all about. I just started to, I think, really appreciate like human connection, and like I said again, it's all about time. And the thing is like, no matter how much money I've spent,
natural,
like, you buy a product and then you at some point or another you probably don't have it no more. But those experiences, the trips that you make, the times. I mean, from the most extravagant shit to the times where you just kicking it in a room.
I think like shit,
all that shit.
So much money I probably spent in Miami just doing. I'm not saying dumb shit, but just like on some shit like what the. But it's like at that same time, like I'm like
10 years from now, you're gonna be like, yo, the first time I went to Miami.
Yeah, but
man,
it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, fuck it, I could not be here tomorrow. Like, I see a motherfucker get shot down there, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. He died in the hospital, so it was like, it could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I just think like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? But I made connections, like doing shit I did with the ceremony that I thought was. I made those connections with other people. So who knows what type of, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about them, but who knows it's going to lead to in the future.
That shit is exciting, man. That's, like I said, again, that's the whole
spend that little
whole purpose
bullshit,
of shit,
$50 or $40, whatever I did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever I was doing, but it's all good, bro.
So, man, yeah, definitely, like I said, I'm glad I had you come through because it's obvious, we all on the same kind of, we on the same page.
Time,
so, before I let you go, though, let me ask you, so going forward, what kind of stuff, we were just talking off camera. You recently established as was LLC, right?
LLC, yep.
So between that, so just two separate things as far as the music and then the business, the branding. Right. What direction are you trying to take those two things in going forward?
So right now, like we just trying to focus on the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm the main product when it comes to the music. I'm the product. That's what Jill always tells me. Mm-hmm. Like I'm the one that has to put the good music out to that everyone could generate towards, and then what does that fall off with it? Kind of like a branch. It's like kind of one thing that we doing with entertainment because we're gonna branch into other things with entertainment. I want to get to the acting and modeling, but we're not really focused. My main thing with people know me for right now is music. So we're trying to get me a platform where I need to be at, and then we could do other stuff. But honestly, with certain people, when you see it, like look at Dave East with the Wu-Tang and shit, like he's more people probably know him now because he's played that position as Method Man and shit like that. But it's like you may have another opportunity, and he's probably getting more money off that shit than he really on the low.
Yeah, and now that's gonna help him fund the thing that he wants to do even more. It's gonna help his music excel.
So at the end of the day, that's why I want to branch and do other things. So right now, that's the main thing. I'm the product. We trying to push me to the most. We trying to get me the best quality, best everything, and we want to more strategize. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Really focus on doing certain things a certain way, not just throwing it out there. Just, you know what I'm saying, creating good revenue, may not just be, but just revenue in a sense, people, you know what I'm saying, connections, and putting it out on the right platforms and not just letting it be there just think, because there's ways of doing the loopholes of doing it. You know what I'm talking about. You got to do it with your videos, and you got to say, but we want to monetize a lot of more shit and even tighten it up a little more. Like I said, we want to be more, you know what I'm saying, professional with a lot of more shit.
Yeah, just getting back to business about it, bro.
And really getting down like how we supposed to, but at the same time, what were you saying? Like, what were you saying separately?
So as far as the branding and then the music too. So so as far as musically, do you have like is there a project you recently put out? Do you have any upcoming projects?
I had the last project,
tours, shows, anything like that?
Yeah, the major shit. I was supposed to go on tour, but that didn't happen. We like I said, we might do something in the future, but like that didn't happen because certain personal reasons. But other than that, I've went on tour, you know what I'm saying, and been around certain backstage, just making connections and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
dope.
But like for the future right now, like we trying to do with, like I said, the brand. We want to sell a lot of, you know what I'm saying, clothing and stuff like that. We want to host a lot of parties. We want to make, you know what I'm saying, really be the face, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of, you know what I'm saying, 845 area, but not just 845. Like we want to be
and taking it
beyond. And take it like we want to,
and letting people know from outside of here that we here.
Yeah, that's it. We want to start 845 New York. You know what I'm saying, state to state, United. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's how you most people do it. You know what I'm saying, you
start
small,
you just
get
big,
and get bigger, and just want to get, you know what I'm saying, have a ripple effect on everyone, and that's what we're trying to do right now. We really just want to keep pushing, and I think right now with the amount of people that I have supporting me, with the team, you know what I'm saying, and what they see and I see, we putting a lot of ideas together more. And it's coming and it's flowing a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's all gonna start to come together, man. It's like poetry in motion, man.
When I was doing it and just trying to think my way, my own way, it was just like a lot of shit I was running into. I wasn't really want to listen to the next man. Now I'm listening more. Now it's just like, you know what I'm saying.
And you starting to realize, like, oh shit, this shit is helping me way more.
To really do it. But I just didn't even let him just. It's like I feel like I'm not saying I didn't have faith in these guys, but You know what I'm saying? Not even trust, but it's just like shit.
It's just
like,
literally not understanding what the potential is until you
what
start
it
to
is.
put
That's
those plans
that's
in
what I'm
motion.
saying. That's exactly the perfect words. Like I didn't know what it could be.
Right, and that's
I
exactly
didn't
where
know
I
what
was
they
at,
could
and I'm
do.
like, all of a sudden you start to do it, and then you be like,
kind of
wait,
doubting.
what?
I want to say if I was not doubting them, but you get what I'm saying. Like you said, you just didn't know what it could be. So
Yeah,
that's
man.
why, you know what I'm saying. We right now we trying to be at the top, and we trying to really. We trying to go hard right now. We trying to, you know what I'm saying? We in a
Yeah, I can
different
see
type
it,
of
man.
time.
I can see the
I'm not
grind,
even
and
gonna
that
hold you,
shit it's bound to pay
I
off.
got a whole crazy vision. Like my first show, I want to promote that coming up if I could. It's coming up on February 5th at the Bowery Electric in Manhattan. I perform probably 1:15 set time because we perform after a fashion show. It's a mini fest. It's like me and one other rapper, but it's like 10 artists or 12 artists total. All different genres of music is gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? If you get a chance, I want to give you a ticket. If you could make it down there, I definitely have you pop out wherever you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Still got tickets. If anyone wants tickets, hit me. We doing a party bus. So it's already filled up. But like I said, more or less, that's a show. One of my biggest shows that's coming up for the new year. You know what I'm saying? So that's one I really want to have the whole town coming out. You know what I'm saying? Really being there, supporting the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and best believe I already know you're gonna end up killing, man.
Dope. It's gonna be that's gonna be like I'm telling you, that's gonna be a dope show. So I'm telling you, you definitely don't want to miss that one. A lot of people that tell me like they can't. I understand, but you gonna be like, damn, I should have just took my time and place to make my way to that show because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be dope. Good vibes, you know.
That's what's up, man. So yeah, before I let you go, just let the people know where can they find your music. You know, Instagram, where can they hit you up at? And as always, y'all know it's gonna be up here somewhere.
My guy. But yeah, y'all can follow me at you know what I'm saying, Major League _ Meeks Major on Instagram. I have my Major League ink page. You'll see it. I forget. I think it's Major League _.
I'll put that up too.
It's ENT or something like that. We just changed. I gotta make it something simple, more simpler, just to have it on hand, more stand up, more or less. You'll see it. We follow me on you just type in Meeks Major on, you come on Google, you just go on anything, music sites and everything. You type in Meeks Major, I'm on Spotify, you know what I'm saying, Apple Music,
all over the place, man. That's how you gotta do it.
Tidal, all the major platforms. I'm everywhere, bro. I'm probably even on Pandora. I'm on a lot of platforms. I don't even know, like, because it's just like,
I don't know where this shit is even. I know the two big places, but other than that, it's like
there's so many small platforms. But like I said, I'm everywhere. You just type in Meeks Major. You can look me up. Like I said, this year, like I said, I'm not gonna say I had a situation. Like I said, I'm not even gonna get into with my videos, but like I said, they was taken down for various reasons. But like I said, they was putting back up, so you guys can go back up and look at my old videos. They're not gonna be as much views music video wise, but I'm shooting new material. Like I said, with, you know what I'm saying, new people that I have and different people that I connected with. So we're gonna have a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, I'm telling y'all, the first like singles and videos that we're gonna be dropping coming up. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be heat for the summertime. We're gonna push. We really gonna have them, you know what I'm saying, looking the right way. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna see it. We gonna put it on World Star. We doing everything the right way. So
that's what's up, man. I'll tell you this. I'll definitely be on the lookout.
Major League Entertainment.
You know, and anybody watching, listening, checking it out, stay tuned for all that stuff. I really appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yes, sir, my man.
And as always, man, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.